protesting with love. At the Grammys this year, the #1 Grammy, the big Grammy, album of the year, the big one, went to a man who did an entire album in Espanol. That's Spanish for the uneducated. Espanol, and it's the first time in history that it happened. And he said, "Ice out, but also that we have to fight them with love. They have so much hate, and the only thing that hurts hate is love." Wow. What do you think will happen next? Well, he was at the Super Bowl, and let me tell you, he had some choice imagery for Donald Trump and the Magtards, all the people crying because they can't speak Spanish. "I'm too uneducated to understand a few words of Spanish. Dang, 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 do." Can I get a couple ding, dang, do's in the chat? What is it with you guys? You guys can't download the free version of fucking Duolingo? You didn't go to school? Don't they teach? When I was in high school, you had to take 2 years of a foreign language. You had to in order to graduate. They don't do that in Missouri. They don't do that in Mississippi. What? How come you guys don't know anything? Is the American brain, is it so atrophied? Is it so small? Has the American brain gotten so narrow that it can't learn a few words? I mean, shit, in California, you drive around and you're like, oh, Via de la Escuela is the name of this street. Way of the school, okay. Via del Aeropuerto. Oh, that means airport. You learn just by driving around. And that's not just California. When I was in Virginia, they had they had Buena Vista, and everyone in Virginia calls it Buena Vista. They had Rio Avenue, and they call it Rio Avenue because they're ignorant Southerners. But not every Southerner's ignorant. But the Magtards that I met, they can't speak a lick of Spanish. Why not? What's going on with it? Is it the chemicals in the red hats? It's the chemicals in the red hat. Oh no. A ding dang do. Oh no, we got chemicals in that red hat. Oh no, a ding dang do. Oh, ding dang do. What next? Oh man. Bad Bunny makes history at the Super Bowl 60. Aren't you excited? I am. You know what? I just thought it was going to be another stupid spectacle going, "Buy more Tostitos." I thought it was going to be something like that. I begrudgingly watched it. But you know what? There were so many middle fingers for Donald Trump. The opener, no one's talking about this, but the opener was Green Day. Now, Green Day, when I was in high school, I liked them before they had their record deal. I was early to the Green Day party. I saw them live with like 100 people in a little club. Tiny little place. For all ages, no alcohol. It was punk scene was cool back when I was a kid. But I saw Green Day when I was a kid, and now Donald Trump's a thing, and now they sing "American Idiot" for the MAGA agenda, and they show a picture of Donald Trump. Now, they didn't show the picture of Donald Trump at the Super Bowl, but they did sing that song, and everybody knows who the American Idiot is. It's Donald J. Trump, but no one's talking about Green Day for some reason. No one's talking about Green Day. Bad Bunny's messaging was nothing short of, it was freaking brilliant. It was proof of fighting with love. In the Grammys, he decided to say that we can fight this hate with love. And at the Super Bowl, he made good on that promise. Wow. I was sitting with I was the only white person in the room. I was sitting with a bunch of Latinas. It was all female. It was one man, a white man, and a bunch of Latinas. And a couple of those Latinas were actually crying after the performance. And I felt, wow, this is the first time I've seen a decent halftime performance. I think the spectacle has been impressive in the past, don't get me wrong. But like a good actual performance, first time, I think. First time. It was brilliant.
Bad Bunny makes history at Super Bowl 60. Lady Gaga's surprise salsa-style moment electrifies the crowd. Latin Pride takes over Levi Stadium.
Latin Pride takes over. Now, you can see there's Jessica Alba, Ricky Martin, Pedro Pascal, Cardi B, all the cool people. But Kid Rock wasn't there for some reason. I don't know. They didn't invite Nicki Minaj either for some reason.
Bad Bunny just turned Super Bowl 60.
I love comments like this. Hold on a second. Good, y'all give up. You know someone. Y'all give up. This is how I read your comment. Good, y'all give up y'all home so they can turn y'all shut hole. You can't even spell shithole, but that's okay. It's all right. We're not the grammar Nazis. You're the honest to goodness Nazi. No one's giving up their homes, man. We have a thing called personal property and we have a thing called private property. Now, there's enough homes to go around. It's just that many homes are left empty by the rich. I walk by them all the time. On the beach, they're multi-million-dollar homes. They're all owned by rich people. Nobody lives there, though. A lot of them just stand empty. Tons of homes all over America just standing empty. Perhaps we should reappropriate them and give them to the Latinos. I love that idea. Let's do it. Let's invite them in and we'll take those homes and we'll give them to Latinos. What do y'all think? Or I'll move in. They can give my house to the Latinos. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll do something. We'll figure it out. But I live a couple hours from the border. I'm very close to the border of Mexico. I'm very close to the busiest border crossing in America, in the world, actually. Tijuana is the busiest border crossing in the world still. And even with the shutdown and everything. And you know what? It's not a shithole. It's quite nice. I've been to border crossings all over the world. I've been I've had a bit of itchy feet. I've had a peripatetic lifestyle. I've lived all over the planet. I've been to lots of border crossings, crossed a lot of borders by foot, by train, by taxi, by plane. I've crossed a lot of borders. And as far as borders go, the busiest border crossing in the world, San Isidro to Tijuana, not bad at all. They're nice. It's a nice town. I love Tijuana. It's a good town. The further you get away from the border, the nicer it gets. Just like in California, the further you get away from the border, the nicer it gets, because the borders, shady shit sometimes happens at borders because of, capitalism, smuggling and stuff. Han Solo type shit. Mos Eisley Cantina type shit. You know what I'm talking about. But, it's beautiful. There's no shutholes. Thank you. One of my best friends is Latino. Way to go. This is so classic. So classic. Says a racist thing on my stream and then says one of my best friends is a Latino. I bet one of your best friends is black too, right? You got all diversity over at your house every Christmas, huh? Just all different races sitting around the Thanksgiving table, huh? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Into a global celebration, closing his halftime spectacle with a powerful tribute as South American and Caribbean flags filled the stage at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California on Feb 8th.
Santa Clara, California. That's a Mexican name, Santa Clara. How dare they call these... Why in California is everything named after a Mexican? Oh, Santa Clara. Oh, this just in. California, also a Spanish name. Oh, this just in. Almost all of the Southwest is named after Spanish shit. Oh, this just in. All of this used to belong to Mexico, and we took it from them through nefarious business practices and conquest. Oh, dang-do. Well, I guess we should, I don't know, marginalize them for some reason and beat them in the street? Yeah, that makes sense.